Hello, this is Debbie from cariadcards.co. This is probably about the 5th time I've tried to film this. It's been one of those days. I've had fighter jets going over, I've had the telephone ring, I've had somebody knock at the door, so hopefully nothing will interrupt us this time. Right, this is what we're going to be making today, this gorgeous, gorgeous little box. Isn't it pretty? And it holds one of these Yankee candle melts. Oh, they do smell absolutely divine. So that's what we're going to be making. Just before I start, I thought I'd just let you into my design process because it's been one of those that just has taken forever this time. I started off with a piece of card that I folded around the candle to get me an idea of what I needed, what size I needed. I'm unfortunately not one of these people who can just eyeball something and know what it should be. So that's what I started off with a few measurements. When I thought I was there, I had a go, but then as you can see from all my score lines, I just kept going wrong and it didn't fit. So that was my next iteration. Then I went up to some spare card and had a practice with that, thought I'd got it right, went to put it together, didn't quite work. Then I had a, oh, which way, I've got so many of them. That was the next one. That one ended up a bit too short. Then I made another one that ended up a bit too large. And finally, I got one that worked. So I thought, brilliant, I'm there. But then I started scoring my proper one, misjudged the score, mismeasured it, so that one went. Started filming again. Perfect, except the fighter jets came over. So I've got an awful lot of prototypes. After all that, let's get on to business. So this is what we're making. This little box with the embossed line round here to fit our Yankee card holder, Yankee candle holder even. I've pre-cut the card. It's 7 3/8 of an inch by 4 1/8 of an inch, and this is pink pirouette. I will put all of the measurements. Ooh, nearly lost my stylus then. That would have been another filming accident. So I'll put all the measurements and score lines on my blog for you, so don't worry about it for now. Let's move those out of the way. Put your card down with the longer line up against the top edge. I'm just trying to position this so I hope you can see it. I'm going to score my first line at 7/8 of an inch. So you can see your measurements along there. The stylus comes with the Simply Scored board. So 7/8 of an inch. My next one is at 3 1/4 inches. My next one at 4 1/8. These will all be on my blog. And my next one at 6 1/2 inches. Right, that's further than I got last time. Turn your card, that's where we scored it, turn it so that the longer edge is now vertical, shorter edge is horizontal. And I'm going to score that at 7/8 of an inch down there. And oh, I better just check my measurements here. I don't want to get it wrong again, do I? 3 1/4 inches. So down there. So that's all my scoring for the card. Now one of these is going to be my top face. If you have a look here, you can see I've embossed a line. Hopefully you can see that. So all I've done, because I want the embossed, that's my top side, I want the embossed line to be showing like that. Turn your card over and then it's going to be within this square here. Now I'm going to leave a little bit of space just so it doesn't quite meet the edge of the box. You can start it at the edge if you want, and I'm just going to go 1/8 of an inch in. So there's the edge. So I'm just going down a little bit and I'm coming down there. Turn it 90 degrees. I knew something would go wrong. Somebody's outside digging or moving something now. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to score down there, stop before I reach the edge, turn it round again, pick it up there, go down. You can feel with the stylus where your groove is. And turn it round there, pick it up from there and go down. And that's all the embossing I'm going to do. I might just make that one meet. And then if you can see, there's my box edge, and I've now got an embossed square there that you'll just be able to see. It's just a little bit of pretty decoration without distracting too much from the box. Okay, Next thing I'm going to do, take my bone folder and just get some nice sharp creases. So that's my front. So just turn it and just run your bone folder down, making sure you don't flatten that line there. These make lovely little gifts, little stocking fillers, something to take with you when you're going to a dinner party, or just a little pick-me-up for somebody. Just want to say, I'm thinking about you, or a little thank you even. Or, how about craft fairs? So, that's all my lines folded. Now, what I'm going to do, where are my scissors? There they are. Okay. I'm going to cut down on this longer side here because these are going to fold in, you see, to make your box. So first of all, just cut down them all. Staying on the score line, just cut down until you meet the horizontal score line and turn it round. Do the same on the other. I should have done this beforehand, shouldn't I, on a spare piece of card that I'd worked on. Now, you can use it like that, or you can do what we call wedging. So that's going to go like that. If you can take a little bit of this card off here, it just makes it sit a bit better. So on these little flaps, these are the ones I'm working on, all these little flaps, not the big ones, the little ones. I'm just going to take out what you call a wedge. There's no specific measurement. That will make that sit better. But I've also found with these that sometimes when you put them together, that one's not too bad, but sometimes that top bit can show as well. So I'm going to take the tiniest little bit out of that one as well. It just makes them sit a lot nicer. So there's no specific measurement, just take a bit of a wedge out of either side. Take one side, both sides. Whatever you find works for you. I didn't cut that one right down. Leave the big ones, don't wedge those. And just turn it round. Hopefully you can see this. I must set my video camera up so that I can actually see what I'm filming, because I'm just doing this blind, and just it's only when it's done and I play it back I can see whether I actually captured everything. I have had a couple of faux pas. Okay, almost there. And I can stop blathering on. Perfect. All cut and wedge, take all the bits off. So I know that's my top. So that helps you know which bit you're going to stick together. I've just got some paper glue here. You can use whatever you want. You can use fast fuse, you can use glue. Snail probably isn't strong enough. You can use our wonderful red tape. So let's do the top lid first. So I'm going to stick that there and take that little tab inside, stick that there, and then you see we'll have the top lid. So if I do that first, it just makes it a bit easier to identify the top and the bottom. Okay. Important thing is make sure you get a beautiful right angle there and those top edges meet. Now you really should just give it a minute or so between each gluing, just to make sure it's stuck fast. Now I know you're not going to want to sit here for a minute and wait for mine to dry, so I'm going to go ahead. There is a risk while I'm pulling and tugging a little bit that they might come undone just because I haven't given them long enough, but hopefully we'll be fine. Okay, so again, just make sure you've got nice neat joins there. Okay, now you see actually I didn't wedge that one quite enough. You can see a little bit of gap there. It won't show it's fine, whereas that one's much neater. So that's why you wedge it, just to stop it showing. Okay, so there's the lid. Here's the bottom. So this now, that needs to get folded into there, and that's the sort of hingey bit, and that will get folded into there and all get stuck together. So that's what I'm working on now. So I'm going to, oh, and there's the doorbell. Would you believe it? I wonder if I ignore it, if they'll go away. I expect we've got one of those neighbourhoods where people tend to just ring the doorbell and come in anyway. I'm not going to refilm this, so hopefully they might think I'm not home. I am up in the attic, so they may not hear anything. How rude is that? Okay, and I expect it's somebody really important. Shame it's not the lottery man telling me I've won the lotto. Right, so I've done the top, I've done the back edge, I've done the sides, this is the front. So let's just do that, bit of glue. And, gone all quiet now. Worried who's at the top. I'm sure if it's important they will come back. They usually do, don't they? Okay, so we've got our little box there, all made up. Now all I want to do is just put a little notch in here, just so that when it's closed, it's easy to open it, and it does seem to make it look that little bit more professional. So to do that, I've got our just cute little 1/2 inch circle punch. Isn't it Diddy? I do like that. All you do at the front opening, push it up there, and just make sure it's as equal as you can get it. I'm obviously doing this by eye. Look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? Let's put a candle inside. No point having an empty box, is there? Close it up. This is always the moment of truth with a box. Is it going to close? Is it going to sit nicely? And of course it does. Isn't that lovely? Can you see why we've put the embossing around the front? I really like that. And all I'm going to do with this, you could cover it with DSP, you could stamp on it, but I'm just keeping mine really simple. I'm just going to put a beautiful bit of ribbon and a bow. So what I'm going to do is use this beautiful pink pirouette ribbon. It's absolutely gorgeous when you tie a bow with it. Just cut a strip off, lay it underneath your box, and then just tie the start of a knot. And you all know how to do a bow, so I don't need to run through that with you. Let's hope I can do one first time today. I'm not renowned for being able to do my bows very well, especially on camera. Do you know, they work a lot better when I'm not filming. There's something about when I'm filming, I go into a bit of a bow panic. But this ribbon is so pretty, and it just sits beautifully as a bow. So I could obviously spend a lot longer tying that, cut the ends nice and tidy, and there you've got a very pretty, easy to make box that holds one of these beautiful Yankee candle melts inside perfectly. Wouldn't that make a lovely gift? Thank you very much for watching me. I'll put all of the measurements on my blog, www.cariadcards.co. And it's goodbye from me for today, Debbie. Bye-bye.